Today I'm in the kitchen making a homemade honey apple pie. If you love the flavor and aroma honey brings to baking, or if you want to cut down on processed sugars, this is a great recipe to try. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with my dough. I make this recipe in the food processor because it makes it so simple and quick. For this big batch pie crust, mix 5½ cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Pulse it through the food processor to mix. In batches, drop in 2 cups of cubed cold butter. Mix every so often to keep the butter moving through the flour. Pulse to mix. Mix 1 tablespoon of vinegar into 3/4 cup of cold water. With the food processor on low, add in 1 beaten egg and pour in the water and vinegar mixture. You may need all or part of it. When the dough starts to clump together, stop the processor and remove the dough in batches. Press it into rounds and wrap and chill in the refrigerator. If your food processor is smaller like mine, split the recipe in half and make in 2 batches. Now on to the filling. Peel, core, and thinly slice 8 medium apples. If you want your apples to be quite soft, you can place them in a covered pot on medium-low and cook them down for about 10 minutes. To a large bowl, mix 1½ tablespoons of cornstarch, 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, a ½ teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1/3 cup of honey. Add in the cooked or raw apples and stir to coat. After your pie dough has chilled for an hour, roll it out, line the tin, and trim any edges. I'm going to sprinkle a little flour in the bottom of the pie plate to make sure nothing sticks. Form the dough to the edges of the pie plate. Then with a knife, trim off the excess. Now I can pour the apple mixture into the crust. I'm going to roll out the dough for the top crust. I decided to make a lattice top, but if you choose to make a full top crust, make sure to cut slits in the top for vents. To make a lattice top, cut long strips of dough and line them across the top of the pie. With the rest of the strips of dough, weave them going the opposite way across the top of the pie. Press them to the bottom crust to seal and trim any edges. Place the pie plate on a baking sheet to catch any spills from the pie and place in a preheated 425° Fahrenheit oven for 15 minutes. Then reduce the temperature to 350° Fahrenheit and continue to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the glaze ready. To a small bowl, add 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of butter, and mix to a smooth, thick spread. As soon as the pie comes out of the oven, spread the glaze on top. Place the pie back in the oven for 10 minutes. Remove and cool to room temperature or slightly warm. Slice and serve. Enjoy!